This video is sponsored by Friedrik. I've talked about them before. Stay tuned. Later in this video, we'll have a special little introduction to some really cool stuff that they have. We'll see you then. We're back with a little bit of a follow-up video, probably about a little over a year later from the first installment. About a year ago, more than a year ago, we did this video talking about, I think it was 7 fragrances to wear to the beach or something to that effect, or that are reminiscent of the beach, but also you could wear on a beach getaway. And we're coming back with another one of those, but this time the context is a little different. In a few days from the time we're filming this video, we will actually be getting married. By the time you see this video, it will most likely be after the wedding, and we may even be on our beach trip, on our little mini moon getaway. So this video is centered around that idea. We're talking about 10 fragrances this time that are just perfect for a getaway to a warmer place where you will be by the water, where you will be under the sun, where you will be active, you'll be warm, sweating, and fragrances that really come to life in the heat. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. We've got a lot of new stuff for you guys. We have some shocking surprises thrown in there.
Yes, we do.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so here at number 10, and these first 5 here are new blood. This is brand new stuff to our collection, brand new stuff really to the channel, period. We wanted to just infuse some newness right off the bat. So these are in no real particular order, these first 5. They're just here because we haven't really spent time with them, but they are noteworthy. And this first fragrance is pretty brand new in the designer realm, coming from Dior. This is a follow-up to a fragrance that I surprisingly really like. And this is the new Dior Homme Sport. I think it's technically the 2021 version, but it was released in 2022. It like just came out, it's weird, but they're sticking like, no, this is 2021, even though it came out in like January or something like that. So I gotta say, I have this on my hand. I'm gonna give that a sniff. And it is reminiscent of the original Dior Homme 2020, which is very simple. It's citrusy, it's woody. There's a little bit of this texture kind of filling out the scent, which comes from, I think, LME resin in Dior Homme 2020. I don't know what it is here. I haven't looked at the notes. I actually just got this yesterday. And I haven't even worn it yet. It's just been on my hand a couple times, but I'm drawn to it. And I do think that, yes, it is sporty, but the funny thing is that I don't think it's more sporty than the original. It actually has some interesting depth to it. It turns kind of musky and almost dark in a way on my skin, and a very interesting twist. But that just makes me more interested in it. And I'm definitely gonna be wearing this on vacation. I think it'll do great with some activity.
Yeah, it's super nice. It's citrusy and creamy.
It is kind of creamy. It's smooth. Yeah, simple, but not basic. Definitely worth checking out. All right, up next is a fragrance that is also brand new. I got this yesterday when I got Dior Homme. And if you're wondering why am I getting all these fragrances just yesterday, I actually did a video which you probably would have seen before this video, where I bought a bunch of new designer fragrances and I unboxed them. So you probably already know this, but anyway, this one is from Bottega Veneta, which is a brand that I want to get more from. They're just classy to the max with their fragrances, and this is called...
Classy to the maxi.
This is called Illusione, or Illusion. I don't know exactly how to say it, but it is, they're for men. They have one for women as well. Interesting fragrance. Another simple fragrance, but also not all that like anything else I've smelled. There's something kind of different about it. Some of you might get something reminiscent of baby wipes. You just might get that. I'm warning you now, so if you buy it and you smell it and you're like, trust me, in college you smell like baby wipes, I hate it. I'm telling you now, you might get that association. Grace did when she first smelled it. I'm just being honest. We gotta be honest here.
That's all we do.
But there's some elements in here that I think balance out that baby wipe accord.
Which was definitely thrown in there on purpose.
This is primarily a citrusy, woody fragrance. It's bitter orange, sharp and dry woods, like vetiver. I get a lot of vetiver on my skin. It's a little bit bitter, but there's something that I think with some heat this scent will change, especially with sharp, bitter citruses and woods. They really kind of open up, maybe even become a little sweeter. So we have yet to report back on how this does in the heat, but just based on what I've smelled on my skin a few times, I'm loving it. It's something that you can dress up maybe during the day for a lunchtime date at the beach if you're at a resort or something like that. It just works really well for a casual, semi-casual occasion. It's not gonna last all that long. It doesn't seem very strong, but I think it's gonna do just fine. How is it smelling on this paper right now?
It smells good. Still getting a little of
Little
that,
baby white bee.
little, just
Okay.
just a small baby white.
Okay, so again, we're just being honest here. I'm not saying go buy this fragrance, but I'm intrigued by it. I'm happy to have it. It's here at the first 5 because it's new. Like I said, we're getting to know it. We will report back. But I do think it's worth at least getting a decant because it's different. It is different for the designer realm, but it's so easy to wear if you like it. So that is Bottega Veneta Illusione.
This is called Sunscape from Pearlescent Perfumes.
This is a brand new release. I literally just got this in the mail today. As soon as I smelled it, I knew we were gonna film this video tonight. I'm like, this has to be in the video. I couldn't tell you everything that's in there. I get a candied orange, like a sweet orange.
It's
You get
very,
that?
yeah, it's a very sweet fruit top.
Yes, totally. Might be some florals in there, maybe like violet, which is also kind of a sweeter floral.
Yeah.
Maybe even some warmth in there, like a brown sugar vibe or something I get, maybe in the base. But it's mostly like kind of bright, sweet citrus that comes off quite fruity.
Yeah, it's very pleasant, very
Yeah.
appealing, very summery.
It's really nice. I think it might lean a little feminine to some, but I would totally rock it.
And you would actually totally rock it, yeah.
Sunscape, and how about that cap? Gorgeous
Beautiful.
color.
So pretty.
All right, here I am unboxing the carry-on from Carl Friedrik, a beautiful lightweight carry-on bag that you can use, again, as a carry-on on your flights as you travel around the world, because you do that. We all do that, yes? This beautiful bag it comes with is actually reusable. Use it for other things. It's perfect for that. And as you can see, we have these beautiful aluminum locks. Very durable. They have a combination, so those thieves or the airport security are not going to be able to get into your goods. Rest assured. Beautiful construction here, as you can see. The suitcase is compliant with most European, US, and the rest of the world airline cabin size restrictions. Internally, each side is an open compartment equipped with compression straps. It also includes one removable compression pad, as you can see there, with a pocket. Always roll your clothing. It'll just keep it from wrinkling if you didn't know that. We got this beautiful pocket, as you can see. My MacBook Air fits perfectly into that pocket, and it's going to be safe, especially when that bag is closed. That thing will be safe and secure, and you put that strap, it's going to be good to go. Also, cool little feature is this is an option. You can get a charger. The suitcase actually comes with a battery you can use to charge certain devices. And in terms of fragrances, yeah, don't really bring full bottles if you can avoid it. I bring decants and I'll put them in that little pocket. If I do bring a full bottle, I do like to wrap it in plastic, make sure it's secure, and I'll pack it with the clothing so it does have some cushion as it travels. You can see the beautiful leather detailing. This is real Italian leather. And if you want a little bit of a special touch, you can get your initials on there on the handle. Real stylish stuff. I mean, just look as I walk away. Don't I look stylish? This is not a planned shot. I was just walking, I swear. This, I really like this. This is coming from
I love this
the brother brand, if I guess you could say, of Pearlescent Parfums. This is from Gallagher Fragrances. If you didn't know, Pearlescent is another brand created by Daniel Gallagher in collaboration with his wife, Mindy, where I think she has a little bit more creative reign. This is his newest release. He calls it Mists of Time. Love the name.
It has got some strong bergamot.
Yes, lots of bergamot in there. Along with, also I see candied orange. There's some crossover here. We do have some sweeter citrus. There's mandarin, there's black currant, but there's this aquatic feel. Do you get this aquatic feel?
Yeah.
Like a minerally kind of feel in there. There's a dark earthiness in the background. On top you have kind of like fruity almost, but very citrusy. Definitely get that bitter bergamot. but
that
it is
beautiful, fresh, bright, but then also
there's
grounded.
a duality. There's a duality in there. Patchouli, mineral notes. It's a little darker. It's almost like it's oceanic in a way. Really interesting. Quite an interesting mix of elements. Quite powerful. This is something that will last all day. I'm pretty dang sure. Again, haven't tested it just yet, but at first couple sniffs, really a fan.
Yeah.
Mist of time.
It'll pull you through the mist of time.
Just hold on tight. Don't let go too early. You'll end up meeting your grandfather when he's your age, and they'll start paradox and we'll all be in trouble. Don't ruin it for us all. Here we go. I haven't actually sprayed it. I wore this today. This is coming from Parfum Micallef, yet again, brand new. Our last brand new blood to the collection and to this video. This is called Osaïto. I remember hearing about this when I got, beautiful. I love this collection. And they're all different colors and whatnot. Great quality with the caps and everything. And I remember hearing about this one, and I heard it was kind of an aquatic, marine-like scent, aromatic, easy to wear, but a little different. And that is what it is. It's,
wow.
I wouldn't say it absolutely blows me away, but there's something about it when it's in the air around you and you catch a whiff, you're just, man, I'm glad I put this on. I love the pleasant nature around me, but it's also capturing my interest. It is a little bit different.
It's a little salty, fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
salty
definitely
is
got
a great way to
that
put it.
air at the ocean brightness, and it's soothing. It's calming.
Yeah, I think this is a fragrance that it leans maybe a little masculine. There's a kind of a gentleman vibe, maybe something similar to the Bottega Veneta. You know, you dress this up in like a nice polo or a nice button down, you know, maybe going to lunch or when the sun is out, of course. And it does smell fresh and clean and put together, but there's something kind of casual about it with that mineral sea vibe that I think still works in a slightly more casual setting. So, and you said you really enjoyed it.
I do, I like it.
We went on a little walk. She was catching whiffs and said, I really like it. By that point, I couldn't even smell it anymore. I was really surprised.
It dried down really soft and still very calming. And
yeah.
It was nice.
Maybe like 6-7 hours later. I wasn't smelling it, but she was. So it will perform. Smells really good. Easy to wear. Easy to wear. Honestly, if you like something like Silver Mountain Water from Creed, I'm getting slight similarities to that in this kind of minerally vibe. But this is a different personality altogether, so don't get me wrong. But if you like that, you'll probably like this.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Can't wait for this one.
This, you guys
blew my mind.
You guys are not going to believe this. So, a couple months ago,
I don't believe it.
we'll see if it's real, because she's going to smell this again. She just smelled it a few minutes ago, and she's like, wow, I can't believe I like this. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see when we get to the video, will it hold the same magic? A couple months ago, I did a video. I don't remember what video it was, but in that video, I talked about Creed Viking Cologne and how I couldn't believe my mind changed about it, like drastically. And that was because the scent changed. It took about maybe 6 months or more to sit in the dark and macerate and just become its best self. And it got richer and fuller and less dirty, dishwatery. And I said that on camera to you guys. I said, I can't believe this, but I really enjoy this stuff. And I had all these comments in that video. Oh, you guys come back, see what Grace thinks. Come back, what does Grace think? Final verdict, Grace, what about Grace? I heard that all over the place. And I'm like, we're gonna do that. So it's on my wrist. We sprayed it maybe 20 minutes ago.
It has changed. If you want to see my original reaction to this, yes, it doesn't smell anything like how it used to. Before, it was so weak, flat, and it didn't have any depth, and it didn't have richness, and now it's totally different.
I totally agree with that. It smells a little bit more like Viking.
Yeah.
Whereas before it smelled nothing like Viking to me, but now that kind of clean barbershop-like vibe, that fresh lavender and citrus, that almost soapy vibe is there, but it's brighter. And it still has depth, not quite as much depth as the original, but it's just a different type of depth here. It's good.
I was shocked.
I'm almost appalled that you could have bought this when it came out and you would be buying this like incomplete version of it. And like, yep, this is what you spent your money on. Just, it's crazy. You would think like, if this thing needed time to sit, and get better, like maybe they would wait, but you know what they wanted. Anyway, we can recommend this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. It will be getting somewhere in the heat on the beach.
Well, let's do it.
More to come. Here's a fragrance you're very familiar with.
Very familiar.
The ladies, I think, would really appreciate this one. But I know a lot of guys who do enjoy it too. This is from Mancera. It's called Sicily. And it became a treasure for Grace because she loved this stuff, and I love it when she wears it.
I love
How
it.
would you describe this scent?
It's just a bright, fruity, fresh, a little bit floral.
Yes, totally.
Summery
Yeah,
scent.
it
It's
is.
like perfect for the summer.
Perfect.
It really shines in the sun.
Yes. Yeah, this is like bona fide fruity floral, but it's so strong.
Yeah, it's really strong.
This stuff is dense.
Like a couple sprays and you are good to
Yes,
go.
totally.
Any more than that, it's like kind of overpowering even for you.
Yes. Very fruity, quite floral, citrusy with the right amount of bitterness to offset the fruits, but it's still mostly fruity sweet.
Yeah, it's so
Simple,
great.
but uplifting.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect for the occasion. That is Sicily from Mancera.
A lot of these you can get in decants from Decant X.
This
to
is
try.
true. Yeah. And that's actually a great point. Something that we will have mentioned by this point in the video in regards to the awesome carry-on bag you should check out from Carl Friedrik. The one thing I'm not saying is to put these bottles in the bag. No, that's not smart. Unless you have a way of packing them safely, then fine. But what we're really saying is, you see those little pouches on the inside?
Decants.
Here's our next fragrance. Up at number 3, this is from Frapin. This is called L'Humaniste. I don't know how much experience you have with this one. I kind of threw this one on there. I didn't really consult you about it, but I want to see what you think, because this is one of my favorites for this occasion, period. One of the most uplifting scents in the collection for sure.
Wow.
Tell me what you
Bold
think.
claim. Wow, that is so nice.
Right? Gin and tonic,
Wow.
primarily. It's a lot of gin in there, a lot of juniper berry.
Yeah.
There's a sharp, citrusy brightness that's
So
mouth-watering.
nice.
But there's a slight fruity sweetness in there. Under the sun, this stuff just blossoms with heat. It's kind of classy, but also casual all at the same time. I think it's amazing.
It smells so good.
Right.
I love it.
Next up, one that we've talked about before, one that we both love, and I know a lot of you guys love this. Oceania.
Wow.
From
so
Roja
good.
Parfums. The best way to describe this, to keep it simple and brief, you're on a yacht, a very expensive yacht, on the water, beautiful day, perfect breeze, the sun is right above, not too hot. You feel alive with the wind on your skin, you can smell the air, the saltiness of the air. That's the best way I can describe
That's
the
what it
vibe
smells.
of this fragrance. You're just out there. You're out in the beauty of the ocean.
It's got a coolness and a warmth to it at the same time. It's kind of got that beauty.
Ambergris. I think there might be some kind of musk or ambergris in here, which can bring a little bit of a warmth.
Yeah, a warmth in the way of like your skin being warmed by the sun,
Yes, totally.
but you're being cooled by the breeze. It's got that saltiness. It's so nice.
The highest quality, amazing blend, and that's what you expect from Roja. Enough said. And our number 1 spot. This one is Renaissance from Xerjoff. I have loved this fragrance for like 5 years now. I only just got a bottle maybe a month ago from Max Aroma. Good friends there, they sent me a bottle. And I actually reviewed this fragrance like back in 2017. I was sitting in my car in front of the music building about to go into practice. People were walking by and looking in. I was looking crazy. But I reviewed this from a little decant that I had, and I loved it back then. I always loved it. I knew I wanted it. Here it is. This to me is like lemon lime with mint. It's like a lemon lime soda, not quite fizzy, but with like a bright mint, but it's kind of creamy and smooth. I think there's this ambery warmth in there that comes out more as it dries.
That's exactly what it smells like.
That's what I get. You might get something different, but the great thing about this one, especially with Xerjoff, it performs. You are going to have this on your skin for 10 hours or more. this stuff lasts and it smells incredible. It smells fresh all the way to the bottom. It's amazing, and it's perfect for this occasion, gotta say. You should check it out. That is Xerjoff Renaissance.
Buy yourself a Carl Friedrik bag so you can take an amazing trip with your favorite scents to the beach or somewhere sunny. It doesn't have to be the beach, but
the
hopefully
beach
there
is
is
great.
yeah, sand and water.
And if you, again, have been looking for recommendations on some new fragrances to consider for an upcoming vacation, check out any of these 10. We're going to have links down below in the description. As Grace said, some of these you can get decants from Decant X. Let us know if you've tried any of these down in the comments. And thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. See you in the next one.